Welcome to Bond News Network. We are actually working now on expanding your vocabulary with 12 new words. And we are also going to be taking a look at some English grammar rules recap. Before we actually get into it, I just want to highlight that we are looking at 12 new words, archaic through usury. And actually, let's take a quick look at the matching synonym exercise match answering sheet from our previous chapter, Volume 2, Chapter 2. And here, as I promised, is the actual answer sheet. Hopefully, you were able to get most of them, but if you were to recall the definitions that we actually went over, you can actually see that we actually lined up each of these words, the 12 words from our last lesson. So let's take a look at bele is corresponds to misrepresent as a synonym, and contentious. We see that word matches to quarrelsome, and then we have declivity, which matches to deterioration, declivity, and then we have officious, which matches to meddlesome. We did have a sample sentences for each of these words. You can always go back to the previous chapter. Propagate, and that matches to increase. Sardonic is a synonym. Synonym for that one would be sarcastic, and stasis was balance. So this is our answer sheet for the previous synonym exercise from Chapter 2. We are now on Volume 2, Chapter 3. Let's take a quick look at some of the English grammar rules. I just want to highlight as we get further and expand our vocabulary. Just want to highlight a few of the general grammar rules so that as we get more into reading comprehension, you'll be able to understand exactly the different verbs and the tenses that we use. Here we highlight four tenses. We have simple past tense, past progressive, past perfect progressive. Just to recap, simple past tense: I ran, I moved, I walked. Or past progressive, which is actions that are continuous but they are interrupted or delayed for at a specific time. I was running, I was moving, I was walking. And then we have past perfect, which is our actions, tense relating to actions that already happened and finished. I had moved, I had walked. And then we have past perfect progressive. These are actions that have happened continuously and they continue to do so, but they're stopped for whatever reason. I had been running. So these are four tenses that we wanted to highlight. We'll continue to highlight different elements of grammar rules as we go into each chapter and go deeper into more of the vocabulary. Let's recap here just a few of the synonym matches or closest meaning. There are many skeptics of eating contests, such as Nathan's hot dog contest. Many people feel that these types of contests are voracious exhibitions of greed and gluttony. The word voracious in this chapter is closest in meaning to which of these? Greedy, futuristic, slight, or torpid? And then we have another exercise real quickly. The results of the U.S. Census report are eagerly anticipated by thousands of demographers. The report offers powerful insight into the U.S. population growth, demographic data, and much more. The word demographer is closest in meaning to which of these options? Sociologist, paralegal, secretary, or librarian? So here we have four of the options. So actually, let's take a closer look at um, our 12 words that we're actually looking at going into our next session. And here are the definitions for archaic. Archaic sample sentence. The archaic law remained in effect for 25 years until the city council heeded to public outcry and removed it from the statute books. Adjective meaning ancient or from an earlier period. Aver, aver, aver. Sample sentence. The president averred that the economy was strong and resilient despite the high level of unemployment and national debt. Verb meaning to affirm or to declare. And then we have crescendo. Crescendo. Sample sentence. The sound of thunder was a sign that the tornado was approaching. Then the weather took a major turn for the worse when large hailstones the size of golf balls started falling to the ground. Noun meaning intensify. And then if we take a closer look at our next set, and that would be dirge, disparage, and hermetic. And as we take a look at the actual meanings, we see dirge, sample sentence, a moment of silence for the deceased victim led to a beautiful and emotional dirge that was belted out by his best friends. Noun meaning a funeral song. Dirge. Disparage. Sample sentence. Peter's spouse left no stone unturned when it came to disparaging him during their divorce court proceedings. Disparage. Verb meaning to put down. And then we have hermetic. Hermetic. Sample sentence. When the Amazon package arrived, the customer noticed that it was hermetically sealed. Adjective meaning airtight. Hermetic. Airtight. And then we have our next set, which is malleable, paradigm, and replete. And as we take a look at the definitions of these words, malleable, sample sentence. The malleable zinc sheets are often used to build homes for the poor in Central America, South America, and the Caribbean. Adjective meaning able to be bent. Malleable. Paradigm. Sample sentence. The football team was assigned a new coach, and his coaching style was a new paradigm for his players. Noun meaning pattern. Paradigm. Replete. Sample sentence. Josh repleted himself with sushi and other types of seafood at the Hong Kong buffet restaurant. Adjective meaning gorged. Replete. Gorged. And as we look at the last three that we're looking at seraphic, skittish, and usury. And looking at the definitions of these words, seraphic, sample sentence, the manager of the food bank had a seraphic demeanor. She was devoted to helping people and they believed that she was an angel. Adjective meaning like an angel. Seraphic. Adjective meaning like an angel. Skittish. Sample sentence. The teenager had a skittish response to the police officer when asked if he participated in the looting after the riot started. Adjective meaning uncertain. Skittish. And then we have usury. The usury laws governing payday loans in Florida, Alabama, and many other states are considered to be exploitative. Noun meaning usually excessive loan interest. And this word is usually applied to exploitative loans or exploitative types of financing, especially impacting those of the poor or in a state of poverty. So we just wanted to highlight 12 new words. We're continuing to expand our vocabulary universe, slowly getting to that list of 500 or 600 words that are going to be most common that we anticipate based on our review of previous TOEFL SAT exams, most common words that may appear. Also keep in mind that you can always go back to previous chapters and take a look at definitions, words, synonyms. As we go forward, it will always be good to be able to increase your recall power simply by continuously reviewing those words, especially as you prepare for your exam coming up. And then by all means, let's take a look at the word synonym matching exercise for this chapter. And here we have our 12 words that we covered. Hopefully you remember the definitions. If not, you can actually go back real quickly. But these are their corresponding synonyms, and you can go ahead and start completing some of them. We can quickly see that some of them are actually matching up quite well. We did talk extensively about the word usury, so most likely that's going to be exploitation. Skittish, and just a clue that was uncertain, and uncertain is sort of very close to the word fickle. And then we have malleable, and that is very closest to shaped. So that's just a few clues to this chapter synonym matching exercise. And of course, we will present the actual answer sheet to you in our next presentation. Please make sure that you smash the notification bell so you get notified for Volume 2, Chapter 4 that we're going to be working on, bringing you another set of vocabulary words that we have pinpointed that will most likely appear on these exams. We do want you to be ready, so we do make sure that we try to make sure that we bring you reading comprehension exercises coupled with synonym matching exercises, as well as sample sentences for brand new vocabulary words that we're working on. And we also try to recap English grammar rules just in case that some of them are not as fresh as they should be in preparation for your exam. So we do hope this is actually assisting you, and we're slowly building and expanding our vocabulary universe. We hope that you're picking up brand new words, and they're serving you really well as far as going forward. And by all means, please smash that notification button, and please share this video with friends who may be preparing for their exams also, or could benefit from expanding their vocabulary and increasing their comprehension and listening writing skills. Well, thanks for tuning in to Bound News Network for our latest volume, Volume 2, Chapter 3. And please smash that notification bell as we prepare for you Volume 2, Chapter 4. Have a great night. Thank you.